Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the three important commands that control every database in the world. Let's start along with me. Now, what is DML commands? So first of all, it stands for data manipulation language. So we already know like how to create a structure. If you missed those videos, how to create firstly the structure database. So please, I'm going to provide a link below into the description box. First check that video and then move on to this one. So now let's discuss about data manipulation language. So when we want to insert, update or delete a record, we need some type of commands and those are called data manipulation language commands. So the first command come under the category of this one is the insert command. So one thing you need to remember, we are not going to change the structure of our tables. We are just going to insert a record or update or delete. Okay. So now first one is the insert command. So what is the insert command? In the help of insert command, we can insert a record into our database. So for that, we can use it is syntax and for example, our database table is students. So we will write keyword insert, then into, then students, then whatever the columns or attributes we have already, we use them, then put a values keyword and then corresponding value to every attribute. So that I corresponding value, I mean whatever the student ID, put that one. And here you can notice one thing like when if the value, the data type value is integer time, we are not putting up quotes. Like in case of a 20, you can check, or in case of 1, you can check here. So we have not put a single quote because the value either is integer. Okay. So when the value is in under a varchar or in character, then we will go putting up quotes on the value. So without wasting time, let's implement that thing into a PostgreSQL software. So this is our software. So first of all, you need to check the previous table you have created. So I told in the last video how to check that. You can use a select command and with the help of that you can check. So I just already written a select star from. So I use the star here to check each and every column from your table. So I will execute this one and you can check below what are the columns in your table. So let's start to write a command here, insert into now table name. So my table name here is students. Whatever is your table name, you have to write that one. So students. Now it is optional that you want to write the column's name again or no. So I'm going to skip, but I will show along with that. Then write values keyword. Then corresponding to every attribute, you have to put a value. If you are checking the output data output screen, so my first attribute is student ID and it is data type is integer. So it is data type is integer. So I am just going to write 101. Let's suppose I'm not putting a single quote on above of that because this is an integer value. Now it is a name. So name I will put under this quote, Preet, then comma. Then after that the age is let's take this one. Then gender. Now it is in a character. So I am going to put a F. Now the department ID. It is again in an integer. So when we are going to create our department table, so we are going to create the ID. So department ID here I am going to take 1. Okay. So put a semicolon and select this query and let's execute that one. So you can check in the output screen one message come insert one row. Query returns successfully. Similar, I need to insert a second row. Insert into students values. Why I'm asking you to do it twice or thrice first by yourself so that you can know very well how to write a query into a system. Okay. So I will write Priestley. Then for then give and then mention it is department. Let's our department is 2. Okay. So I will select this one. I will execute. Now in our table, we have 2 queries. Now we want to check whether the values are stored into our table or not. What I can do here, I will again, I told you guys earlier also, just write select star. This is actually a DQL query and we will discuss later on. So just write this and check a value. We have written our, you can check here the value. So if you check a value here, so we have now 2 rows, 101, 102 corresponding their name, age, gender, department ID. So these are the values. Okay. So I am just taking some assumed value here, but when we are going to insert a value, it should be accurate one. Okay, so this is the one case. Let's start with the update command. We have inserted a record in our system, and after some time we remember, okay, or some student come to me, he want to update his email ID, phone number, address, because these are the things which need to update all the time. So I am not going to create or insert the whole data once again, because the data is already present into my system. To save a lot of time, what we use a update command. So with the help of update, so update, then table name, then we mention a set. So here is whatever the column name. So whatever the column name, so this is the column name. Okay, column name, then set whatever the value you want to insert. For here we have updated the age 21. So what will happen if I miss one thing here? Let's suppose I miss the where clause. It's playing a crucial role here. If I miss this, what will happen? My whole record, all the people, whatever their age, regardless of that, it's going to, if I miss where clause, it will update to 21. That means every student into my table get a age of 21. So first I implement that one and show without where clause what happened to my table. Okay. So let's move to our coding section again. So update table. So tables, my table name is students, set. So I want to update here age equal to 21, as we have seen here. So as right now in my table, you can check in our data output, I have only two values. So in the similar way, we have 50, 100,000, whatever is. So whatever the rows are present, all are going to get the same age. Let's execute. Two rows are affected. So I will check again. Now you can check in the output screen, both the data value, the person's age updated to 21. So that is wrong. So that is a big problem with our database if we did in this way. So what always we have to take care, we have to use a where clause. Where clause, what it will do, it will mention a specific condition, only the specific record with respect to the given condition, it just update. So I will here mention, so where name is equal to print. So I want to update only right now for this thing. So I just written this one. Okay, so what will happen? Only one row is affected where name is equal to print. Okay, so I now will check into my system. So you can see, because we have not changed the age of Prislin right now. So it is whatever the previous before where clause we have set it is 21. And now I mention specific condition only where the name is print, it will update to 28. So it done in that. So just keep in your mind, always use update command with a where clause. Okay, delete command. Delete command when we want to remove some record from our data. Let's say any student left the college. We don't want to store that data into our database, want to release that memory. So we will use a delete command, use delete from student. Now again, you need to keep in your mind the essential condition. If you are not going to mention this one, what will happen? Your whole data will wipe out. That is the biggest problem. You are going to lose the information that we never want in our system. So you always need to apply with a where clause. So let's implement and check our result. So here I will use delete from table. So our table name is students, where name equal to, I again mention print. So it will happen, only delete the row or record where the name is equal to print. Only one row is affected. Let's check once again. Yeah, you can check only one record is left. So let's suppose I will show you, I will try to insert few more rows because I want to show something to you here. So I now check my system. See, in my system now we have 5 records. Okay. So let's suppose when you are going to apply a delete command and you forget to apply a where clause. Now what will happen to my system? So I will do delete from students. So let's check it is result. Okay, 5 records are deleted. Let's see what is the final data. You can see in the data output, nothing is present. Every record is wiped out. So now important thing, as I discussed in the previous video, again going to tell this thing. Delete, drop, truncates are important commands, and you can check when we have delete the records, our structure is still So our structure is still present. So what is the delete command? Only delete the records, and even it will delete the record row by row. So keep in your mind, never use the command without a where clause. That is the important thing. Now, there is a small quiz for you guys. Because I have not covered that, you have to comment below what is the role of default keyword in the insert. Okay, so find an answer. Let's comment in below and I will check that answer. And if I want to update the row, but I want to limit those rows, how I can do that, and what happen if you execute update command without a where clause. Even that covered we in our video, but I want you comment and be with me within this series. And the most important thing, don't forget to subscribe our channel for the upcoming videos where I will discuss more about how and what type of questions you will get in the interviews, and moreover the basic and advanced knowledge in the SQL language. Thank you so much everyone.